What's up, players, and welcome to In the Zone Cards and Games. Today we have something extra awesome for you. We just got in our WizKids Icons of the Realms, the Tower. Right here, this large, gigantic box. So we're going to crack it open, kind of show you guys the pieces, and show you what the tower looks like all together. There we go.
Alright, so here's some directions. Yada, yada, yada. We never need those.
Directions unnecessary.
Alright, so looks pretty nice. Decent quality. The job's pretty good.
Oh my god, they're stuck.
Uh-huh.
Packaged really well.
Yeah, not bad.
The detail is awesome. They're definitely very detailed.
Right, so let's start with the base floor. One thing I noticed is, what's kind of cool about this is the door comes out on the first floor. So if you're like busting down the door, and you can smash it in and actually physically take that piece out. Another thing I noticed about it was, obviously we put it together before, was these windows also come out, so you can put holes in the side of the tower and all that fun stuff. So you can actually show damage, which is kind of nice. So for the first floor, we need this. There is, I don't remember exactly where, but I know the pieces are labeled.
Not very well, but they are labeled.
But they are labeled. Oh, it's right here on the bottom. There's like a little insignia that says 2020 WizKids, blah, blah, blah. Then it has a number and a letter next to it. This one's A4. So underneath on the bottom.
I have B1.
Okay, yeah.
For you guys out there, it's literally very, very small, right in a corner.
Right. So then in the directions, it tells you, just slide them together like this to build this tower around, which is pretty simple, self-explanatory. We're gonna put the whole thing together for you guys, and have fun. So you can see the scale of this thing, because it's pretty large, considering that it's something you can buy that's already prefabbed and ready to go. Hold this.
I see some cool holes in the side.
It goes here. They're like, you can see on the back the bricks are in a certain pattern and they have to fit. So maybe it's this piece this time.
Definitely that piece.
It'll be that one.
Oh, that is very cool.
See how the bricks line up like that.
So you can literally watch the bricks lining up as they go in.
Yeah, yep, for sure.
On the interior, at least. On the outside, you cannot see the bricks lining up because there are some gaps for the next part, I'm assuming, that gets put on.
Yeah. So for this part, we actually have to put the floor in first. So flip her upside down, or not upside down, flip it the right way up, and then put the floor piece in. There's little notches on the sides of the floor, or on one side of the floor piece, and then there's a little notch inside there to get the direction correct. You just plop her in there, and you line it up with the notch, and it goes right in there.
Alright. Our dungeon has a floor.
Yes. So next is the windowed tier. So we need these 4 pieces. Once again, these are labeled also.
I have a B piece as well.
Oh, you have a B piece as well? Okay.
B1.
Where's the label on these ones?
Mine was B1. I can tell you that for certain.
Okay, where was it at?
Oh, it was right there.
Right there. Okay, yeah. So you take a B1 and you take a B2, you put them together like so, and then you take both your half.
And just like on the other one, you can watch the bricks, make sure the bricks line up and they will overlap so that you really can't even tell that there's multiple pieces.
Right. So for each layer, well, for the second and third layer, there's 4 pieces, but there's 2 different pieces. And that's important because I will tell you guys after the video why it's important. But then this goes together like this, and then this sits just right on top. There's no real specific way for this. The only way I found to get it to fit correctly was you have the windows, and you don't want them covered up by the buttresses, so you have to like move them a little bit. But in order to get this level complete, we're going to need to pop all these windows in. So the windows only fit one way. Same thing with the lining up the pieces of the bricks. They only fit one direction. So if you've got it not fitting, then you have to flip it over. See? Here you go. So chain them in there. Yeah.
Windows going in our tower.
Yeah. They also give you, and I don't know if you want to keep these inside your tower. Some people do, I guess, whatever. But they give you a staircase for each floor because the tower is modular, which means you can take it apart and run each floor separately. So when you have a physical staircase, got it?
I can't get it out. All right. Packaging very, very well on this guy.
Right, most of it. So they give you a staircase for each floor. So before we go up to putting the floor on the second level, we're going to put this staircase in the first floor, and it'll just set down in there.
I'll show you guys.
Yeah. So it just sets in there. Put it up against the wall.
Put it wherever you want it.
Boom, good to go. All right, and then put the second floor on. And then this also has notches on it, and there's notches inside of that, so you can see how it goes. You see the notch? They're like right here.
Yep.
All right. So now we'll go to the third floor. I guess you can actually put a staircase in if you want to. The floor tiles actually have a staircase on them.
Yep,
you can see.
I lined it right up with the staircase.
Right. So you can see, you know, to line it up if you need that much realism with it. It's, you know, to each his own. So the next we have, once again, C1 and C2. And the labeling's a little hard to see, but it's on there if you look. So when we originally got this opened up and put it together, the company unfortunately sent us 3 C1 pieces, I think, and 1 C2, which, you know, causes an issue because you can't put the tower together, then you're missing a piece. That's okay. Just contacted WizKids through their customer support. They were more than happy to fix it for us. They sent the piece out right away. A couple days, we got a brand new tower. Not a brand new tower, but we have a fixed tower now. They fit like every other floor. The bricks just line up.
I can't get it in.
Oh no. First world problems.
Oh, there you go.
That's good, but you didn't do the other half.
I didn't.
Do you know what you're doing?
No, I have no idea what I'm doing on this one. I cannot get it to push in right.
Let me just think.
May require professional installation.
Had it backwards.
Well, I had it backwards. I don't think I could do that.
Huh. It's weird. So this go here. Alright. Yeah. And this goes here. Alright. Yeah. What'd you do, Chris?
Maybe you have to put them together one at a time instead of half and half.
That's absolutely not.
That's what I'm calling it.
Not it at all. So for lining up that one, it doesn't really matter. You do get, once again, another floor tile. These top 2 floors have holes in them because, as you can see, there's a skylight on the top for a little fancy action. These two look basically the same, so it doesn't really matter. We'll just throw it in there, and it has the notches as usual. And then it's got stairs to go up to the top floor too. The top floor will put on shortly. So this all, it comes in 3 pieces, which is the centerpiece, the circular outer piece, and then the skylight, like I was saying before. This one, when you're lining it up on the top, it has notches underneath, and you see this one's kind of off-centered, and then this one is centered here. It's really hard to see on camera, but then you'll look on the top of your tower, you can see how it's centered here and off-centered here. So you got to get the off-centered part basically there, and the center part basically there. That's close. I don't know if it's going to fit on exactly. Oh, you're turning it way too
Got it.
much. That's not even close.
All right, got it.
There you go.
My staircase is in the way.
Is the staircase in the way?
Yeah.
Who puts the staircase in there? Whatever, close enough, right?
We don't need a staircase in the top one.
Staircase out.
No staircase for the top. You just
Right.
get the light. There you go.
Alright, so now you have the, I don't know what these are technically called, but if you notice, on one of them it has an extra hand, and it has like a little hole inside or the other one has a hole inside for the hand to slide into. So this is like the other pieces. It's backwards. There you go. So it has a little hand, like they're holding hands, so you want to slide that in first before you put it on top, or you can just do it the way Chris is doing it. And
just jam it on there.
yeah. So you gotta go on the other side. See how the hand slides in? There you go. Now you just pick a side and put it on, and I'll put mine on the other side.
Of note, there is one spot in the middle of each one. There's some that don't have pegs, so you have to line those up.
Right. So there's like 3 pegs in a row, and that's what you're going to use to line it up, basically. So I don't know.
I did mine wrong.
Yeah, Chris definitely did his wrong.
There's a spot with no peg.
Alright, so see how there's 3 pegs in a row? There's 3 pegs in a row. Like so. Then you'll take this one and put this on, and you'll have that and that, and then your 3 pegs in a row, and then that. You gotta finagle with it to get it in a little bit, but once it's in, it looks nice and solid. Then you can put the top floor on, and that's the complete top of it. And then at the end, yes,
Quick show.
you can put there's 7 buttresses, and these just go around the sides. You have to watch out for the windows. They just kind of pop in there. I don't know if you really should glue in place. I don't think you should at all, actually, because then you can't take the first floor off, because they kind of have a little notch you can see on the side
definitely
here to hold it in place.
Hold the front in place.
Yeah. They just kind of slide in there. These ones over here. Turn it towards me a little bit. This last one. All right. So that's it.
Yeah, I mean, and as you guys can see, this thing is absolutely massive. You know, for a miniature,
Yeah,
it's
very
pretty
large.
big.
I would say it's probably, 18 inches tall?
Yeah,
18 to 24 inches tall. It's decently heavy. It's not, very fragile. You're going to be able to drop this thing, and you're going to be able to survive the amount of damage it's going to. You're going to, deal to it. The really cool part about it, like I said earlier, is it's modular, so you can literally take the floors off, and you can have separate parts of the tower as you always have to take the buttresses off. But then you can have, like, okay, we're on the first floor of the tower. Well, now we're in the tower. Then you can have the second floor of the tower. Then you can have the top floor of the tower. And you can play all those separately, but at the same time, because you have the ability to move them around.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, for display, you could have it all just, up. But if you're playing a game, you could have each piece next to each other and kind of walk people through. Here you go, you're working your way up. So it's definitely very modular. There's a lot you can do with it.
Right. Like I said, they did send the extra correct C piece. We had to use it to put the tower together, but this was the wrong one they sent us. It was no issue with them. Once I got in contact with them, they said, yeah, what piece do you need? They just sent it out for your charge. You don't charge anything.
Broke the door out.
Yeah, so you can cause physical damage to the tower. You can bust these windows out, and they're just, Yeah, I don't know what the MSRP is on this. Do you remember?
$250.
$250?
It's $250.
Okay. It's a little steep, obviously, but if you're willing to pay the price, you're going to get a good product for it. I, as the resident DM around here, love things like this, so it was a no-brainer for me. The average layperson probably isn't going to care for it, but if it's something you are interested in, I would say it's well worth the money. You're going to get plenty of enjoyment out of it.
If you'll get value out of enhancing your game with it, you're definitely getting your money's worth in the product.
Yeah, for sure.
That is for sure.
Yep. Well, that's about it for the whole tower. Once again, leave some comments if you have questions about it. Oh, the skylight actually works. Huh. Sorry. Yeah, if you have questions about it, leave comments below. We'll answer them as quick as we can. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.